नमस्कार फ्रेंड, आप सभी का स्वागत है फिर से एक बार। थैंक यू। नमस्कार फ्रेंड्स, स्पेशल अलाउंस बैंक पेंशनर के लिए जो स्पेशल अलाउंस सुपरनेशन बेनिफिट के लिए इंक्लूड नहीं किया जाता, उस बारे में एक कोर्ट केस इंडियन बैंक एसोसिएशन वर्सेस कमल कुमार कालिया एंड अदर्स ट्रांसफर पिटीशन सिविल नंबर 1394/2023 और इस बारे में एपेक्स कोर्ट का एक SC issues notice for consolidation of pleas on including a special or dearness allowance for calculation of superannuation benefits to bank employees. The Supreme Court recently, in a transfer petition filed by the Indian Bank Association, stayed all the cases dealing with the issues arising in various writ petitions pending before different high courts on whether the special allowance or the dearness allowance should be renowned for the calculation and payment of superannuation benefits to the employees of various banks. The bench of Justice Harshikesh Roy and Justice Pankaj Mittal noted the submission on behalf of the Indian Banks Association that all the writ proceedings be consolidated in one high court to avoid multiplicity of proceedings or conflicting judgment, and accordingly directed that except writ petition number 867 of 2019 and writ petition 4532 of 2019 pending in the Delhi High Court, in similar cases pending in the other high courts be kept in abeyance until the returnable date. The bench of Justice Harshikesh Roy and Justice Pankaj Mittal noted the submission on behalf of the Indian Bank Association that all the writ petition. The bench has also allowed the petitioner to implead all the writ petitioner in the high courts so that they are put on notice about the present transfer petition. The court stayed all the proceedings before the various high court except the Delhi High Court on noting that the first writ petition on the issue was filed in Delhi. Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, along with the advocate on regard Siddharth, banks in line with the joint note and similar circulars and regulation wherein the special allowance or the dearness allowance was not recognized for the calculation and payment of superannuation benefits to the employees of the banking sector. The plea stated that the questions issued involved in all these writ petitions are the same and are substantially the same, claiming superannuation benefits as per the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972, Employees Provident Fund and Miscellaneous Provision Act 1952, and the Pension Gratuity Regulation Act without the modification as implemented. That is the case of the petitioners in the writ petition is that the special allowance or the dearness allowance payable thereon should be renowned for calculation and payment of superannuation benefits, and in the line with that what is admissible to the central government employees. Praying that would be expedient and practical that all these writ petitions involving the same questions issue and other substantially the same question issue are heard and decided by one court, so that there is a finally an uniformity in the arguments, hearing procedures and decision. The Bank Association sought the consolidation of the proceedings. Since the banks have branches all over India in almost all states, divergent views of the High Court in these matters would make the circumstances created by the decision ambiguous and impossible to implement. The joint note dated 25th May 2015 was incorporated and implemented by the member banks by bringing in the desired modification in the payment of the superannuation benefits in the line with the recommendations provided in the said joint note. In other words, the special allowance or the dearness allowance thereon was not to be renounced for the calculation and payment of the superannuation benefits to the employees of the banking sector with effect from 2012. So, court has directed for the consolidation of the all cases except few initially filed in the Delhi High Court. हो सकता है कि कोर्ट का ये डिसीजन एक सुनवाई के बाद ऐसा पता लगे कि सारे लेजर सुपरन्यूशन बेनिफिट्स के लिए इसका पॉजिटिव रिस्पांस आने की उम्मीद हो सकती है। थैंक यू फ्रेंड्स, नमस्कार। इस केस का मैं आपको क्लिपिंग्स दे रहा हूं, एक लिंक दे रहा हूं जिससे आप जो केस का ऑर्डर हुआ है उसे आप स्टडी कर सकते हैं। थैंक यू फ्रेंड्स, नमस्कार।